All right. What's the best way of doing things? I touched on this a little bit on my video, My Way or the Highway, where I talked about the fact that I'm not telling anybody this is the only way to do things. This is my way. This is the only way. I'm right. You're wrong. But there's also another aspect, which is what is the best way to do something? And here's the thing. The best way for me is not going to be the best way for you. Most probably not. It may be, probably not. When we say best, we may think about efficiency. And efficiency means exert the least amount of effort to get the most effect. So you can run to work in the morning if you're like 3 or 4 miles away from work, and that's one way to do it, but you put in a lot of effort, a lot of time. If you ride your bike, you cut down that effort. You're more efficient. If you drive, you may be more efficient than the bicycle if there's not too much traffic. Sometimes you'll be more efficient riding your bike to do an errand than getting in your car, finding parking, all that stuff. So efficiency can be a bit hard to pinpoint sometimes. In other words, efficiency may not be that obvious, like in our car versus bike example. So what's the point? When you watch my videos, you'll see different ways of doing things. And sometimes I give you alternate ways to do it because I know that what works for me may not work for you. And beware of the man who reads from only one book. In other words, beware of the people that tell you this is the way. This is the best way. You have to do it this way. It may be the best for them. That doesn't mean it's the best for you. For example, Ziploc versus jars, grown in a Ziploc versus shoebox, versus bigger monotubs, versus non-modified tubs, versus modified tubs, versus grow bags, all-in-one bags. There's so many ways to do something. You have to find what works best for you. The best way is going to be the best way for you, not the best way for me, because you may hate the way I do it. Somebody may live in a very small apartment where they can't have a big tub. Somebody may just not like a certain way of doing things. Somebody may just want to buy ready-made syringes, like spore syringes or liquid culture syringes, and just he doesn't have a problem paying for them and not going through the trouble of creating his own liquid culture in jars and all that stuff. Some people may never want to do agar work. That's fine too. So what works for some people will not work for other people, or they may just not like it. So what's the best way? Well, we try to do the most efficient and effective way, which is use the least amount of effort for the biggest amount of outcome or effect. But again, what's the effect you're looking for? What is a large amount of effort for you? What may be something that's this amount of effort for you may be this amount of effort for me. What if somebody has some problems with his hands and he can't do agar work because he can't be so precise and or has a lot of problems with contamination all the time and gave up on figuring it out? That's fine. Again, what's the best way? It's the best way for you. Look around, see many different ways of doing things, and then figure out which one is best for you. When you find that, do that. But then also be open that that may change. Maybe you did not want to do agar work ever, and you'd rather spend the money on liquid culture or sports syringes over and over, and you don't have a problem with it. That's fine. But maybe you've gotten comfortable or you got tired of spending the money, and then you say, let me look at this again. You go back and all of a sudden, oh, this was so hard before and now it's easy. This happened to me a million times with a million different things. So again, the message here is, what's the best way to do anything? Not only mycology. What's the best way to do anything? Whatever's best for you. Look around, find different ways, find the one you like, but don't get pigeonholed in that. Don't fall into a rut and only do it that way and swear off any other way. So look at my videos, look at the different ways I do things, figure out what works for you, go from there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the Patreon. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.